Video 8, you're going to love this one. PRV engine, where do I go? Where do I start? The PRV has been a pain. I don't care what people say, it's been a pain. It is a complicated engine for an 80s engine, and mine has given me every problem going. I've had the cam issues, I've had head issues, I've had cold start issues, I've had hot start issues, I've had overheating issues, which I'll go into in a minute, and the list goes on. I have spent a fortune on my engine, and the worst thing that happened from the engine is it blew up. I don't know how this happened. Maybe the timing was slightly out, I am not sure, but the engineer had looked it over. I still don't know what happened, but the engine had just been rebuilt, it had only done a few hundred miles, and one day it went bang. It was like somebody had grabbed a massive toolbox and threw it on the floor underneath my car, and it just literally sounded unbelievable. I'd literally come out of a supercar show and I'd got to the top of this hill and it went bang, and I was like, oh my god, what? I've never heard anything like this. Anyway, pulled the car over to the side of the road, turned the key, and it was like just a click, nothing. And I knew something had gone really badly wrong. What had happened was timing. It had pushed the valve into the top of the piston, which had also damaged the other piston. When I took it apart, it obliterated two pistons completely. The bits were everywhere. I think 2 or 3 valves bent. It was complete and utter mess, and this is after it had thousands of pounds and months of work. That I couldn't believe it, and it was awful. It took me off the road for 8 months in total, and of course had to source another engine. Luckily, somebody that I knew had got an old 760, so they've got the PRV in that one. He delivered it to where my car was being stored at the time and took the old engine out, and I put the Volvo one in. Now the difference in the Volvo versus the DeLorean is it hasn't got the frequency valve in the valley of death. It's basically underneath all the inlet side of the engine. There's a pipe that runs around the top where it V's into the V6, and that has got loads of sensors on for the DeLorean side, but for the Volvo it's only got I think it's one or two sensors on there, and literally there's hardly any electronics. So the frequency valve and all the bits that they put on the DeLorean engine for the emissions, all the smog control, all the bringing the emissions down on tick over, all that gone, all of it. Even all the wiring, I took a whole loom out, that was binned, everything gone. So now it's more of a simplified system. Same engine, just more simplified because it hasn't got emission or smog or catalytic converter on there. I'd always had this ticking sound on the engine, and that was caused by the soft cam. And yeah, like I said, I've had every problem with this engine, and now the last problem was overheating, and that eventually caused the issue of head gasket failure. And I thought I'd got the whole engine sorted, smooth, and I hadn't. The head gasket had failed.